Hi, this is Musa, and this is Magnus Carlsen's quickest defeat. This game was played in 2002 against Keido Kulats, and Magnus at that time was 12 years old while his opponent was 26-year-old Grandmaster. However, this game is the shortest game of Magnus Carlsen, or in another term, the quickest defeat of Magnus. Magnus faced a Queen's Gambit accepted after e4 here, and bishop to b4 pinning the knight. Bishop g5 the same, and c5 now. Bishop takes c4, c takes d4, and knight takes d4. Queen to a5, extra pressure on the knight, and Magnus here has two choices really. One is that he gives a check on b5, or the other one is to play the bishop to d2. But the two ideas cannot be mixed together. However, Magnus here continued with the check, bishop d7, and now he must take on f6. However, he retreated the bishop to d2. And this is obvious to black. He can play queen to b6, attack the knight, or immediately take on b5. Black chose to take on b5. After knight d takes b5, knight takes e4. And Magnus here really should have continued with knight takes e4 and b a pawn down, better than what he went for, which is queen to g4 attacking g7. And now black really cannot play knight f6. He's losing a piece, or even castle, because the knight is gone on e4. So he continues, knight takes d2, and now not taking d2 of course, but queen takes g7 first, and rook to f8. If black takes the knight now, then b takes c3, and maybe if queen takes b5, then the game would continue like this. The knight cannot move in this situation. After queen to d3, queen c8, knight d7, queen takes rook, knight f3 check, g takes f3 check, king f1, and 2 rook fork. So white here is a rook for a knight and a pawn after the a7 pawn is gone. So after queen takes g7, here he played rook to f8, which is the best move. And Magnus here played double zeros, castled queenside. And perhaps the only move now for black is to attack the knight on b5. If something like bishop takes c3, then if knight takes c3, then knight to c4, and rook he1, the game is equal. However, attacking the knight now, for example, if the knight moves to d4, then takes, and what now? Knight c2, then the queen is gone. So after a6, Magnus played queen to e5, threatening knight to d6 check, and bishop cannot take because the queen is free. So black just takes the knight, and now knight to d5, just desperately trying to find any draw or find more tricks to win the game. But after knight d7 attacking the queen, c7 square is controlled, and after Magnus played queen to g5, black checked Magnus king, and Magnus just resigned, because if something like knight c3, bishop takes, b takes, and that is mate. So after this move, rook c8 check, Magnus resigned, and this is Magnus Carlsen's quickest defeat. I hope you enjoyed this game, and bye for now.